Served a pregnant woman a non-alcoholic cocktail. I was working at this upscale restaurant downtown, the kind where people come for anniversaries and business dinners. It was a busy Friday night, and this couple walks in. The woman was obviously pregnant, maybe 7 or 8 months along, wearing this flowy blue dress. Her husband seemed nervous, kept checking his phone and looking around like he was expecting someone. They got seated at one of my tables in the bar area. The woman orders first. "Can I get a mojito but make it virgin? No alcohol. Standard request. I make virgin cocktails all the time for pregnant women, designated drivers, whatever. No big deal." But then her husband leans over and whispers something to her. She shakes her head and says louder, "Actually, make that a regular mojito, with rum." I pause. "Ma'am, I can definitely do that, but I just want to confirm, you'd like the alcoholic version?" "Yes, that's what I said." She seemed annoyed that I even asked. Here's where it gets tricky. Legally, I can't refuse to serve alcohol to someone just because they're pregnant. It's not against the law, but morally, I felt sick about it. I'd been reading about fetal alcohol syndrome in this health class I was taking, and the pictures were haunting. I made the drink, but I couldn't bring myself to put the full amount of rum in it. I probably used about a quarter of what I normally would. Figured it was a compromise. She gets what she ordered, but the baby gets less damage. 20 minutes later, she orders another one. This time, she specifically says, "And make sure you put enough rum in it this time." I could barely taste it. My stomach dropped. She knew what I'd done. I made the second drink with the normal amount of alcohol, but my hands were shaking the whole time. Then things got really weird. About an hour into their dinner, this older woman shows up. Turns out it's the pregnant woman's mother-in-law. The moment she sits down, the pregnant woman, I heard them call her Jessica, starts acting completely different. She's louder, more animated, and orders a third mojito. The mother-in-law looks confused. "Jessica, should you be drinking?" "Oh, these are virgin," Jessica says, holding up her very much not virgin mojito. "Just club soda and mint." I'm standing there frozen. Do I say something? Do I correct her? The mother-in-law is looking at me, and I can tell she's starting to piece things together because she can smell the alcohol. The husband jumps in. "Yeah, she's been really good about avoiding alcohol. Haven't you, honey?" Jessica nods and takes another sip. The mother-in-law's face is getting redder by the minute. Finally, the mother-in-law gets up and walks over to the bar where I'm cleaning glasses. "Excuse me, but are those drinks alcoholic?" I freeze. I can't lie, but I also can't throw my customers under the bus. "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't discuss specific orders with people who didn't place them." She stares at me for a long moment, then walks back to the table. 5 minutes later, she's having a hushed but clearly heated argument with her son and daughter-in-law. The whole thing escalates when the mother-in-law stands up and says loudly enough for nearby tables to hear, "I will not sit here and watch you poison my grandchild." Jessica starts crying. The husband is trying to calm everyone down, and I'm pretending to be very busy wiping down bottles. Other customers are starting to stare. The mother-in-law storms out. The husband throws money on the table and they leave right after, with Jessica still sniffling and muttering about how his mother always ruins everything. But here's the kicker. About a week later, the husband comes back, alone. He sits at the bar and orders a beer, and after a few minutes he says, "I need to tell you something about last week." Turns out Jessica wasn't actually pregnant. She'd been faking it for 3 months to try to save their marriage after he caught her cheating. She was wearing one of those fake pregnancy bellies you can buy online. The whole thing was falling apart, and she was planning to fake a miscarriage in a few weeks. The mother-in-law had been suspicious for weeks, because Jessica kept doing things pregnant women